Hello friends, next topic is strings. In last lecture we have seen one dimensional array and two dimensional array. Now we will move to strings. A string is also a array. So in arrays, integer type of arrays are there, floating arrays are there, floating point arrays are there, character arrays are there, and string arrays are there. Similarly here string is a, it is also an array, but it is what type of array or which array it is array of characters. So if you declare an array as integer, it means that it is a sequence of some integer values. If you declare an array as a float, it is a sequence of floating point values. If you declare an array as a char, it means that it is a sequence of some characters. So here this character array is nothing but string. So a string is a sequence of characters, or you can call it as a group of characters or array of characters. But these strings should be always enclosed within a pair of double quotes in C language. So examples for strings are, so some names of a person, names of birds, names of animals, names of colleges, names of some cities. So these all are coming under strings. One more best example for string is in control string of printf function. That control string is enclosed within double quotes. Within that double quotes we type some characters. So these all characters including percentage symbol and space, so everything is treated as one character, and the entire control string is one string. Keep it in your mind, in keyboard whatever the key we press and whatever the symbols we type, apart from capital letter A to Z and small letter A to Z, we can type some symbols, special symbols there, like space, underscore, hyphen, plus, minus, star, question mark, forward slash, backward slash, comma, semicolon. Each and every symbol is also treated as a character. And now we will go to declaration of a string. Like other data types, int, float, double, we do not have separate data type for strings like a string in C language. So instead of this string data type, we use again char data type only for strings. For integer type of values, we use the data type int. For floating point of values, we use the data type float. For characters, we use the data type char, so that is a single character. And for strings, we don't use a separate data type string. So again for strings we use same data type as we used for characters, that is char only. So char is a data type which is used both for char also and for string also. So a variable which is used to store an array of characters is called as string variable. Like in arrays, we used to declare usually the array name as a of 5, a of 20, or if it is a two-dimensional array, a of 15, 30, a of 10, 10, like this. So here a is a name of array. Instead of small letter a, we can use any valid identifier or valid variable. Similarly here also, a variable which is used to store an array of characters is called a string variable, and string declaration uses data type char. And here are some examples for declaration of declaration of strings. The data type, as I already told, we use the data type char, and this is a string name, and the string name is here name, name only, and its size is 20. It means that this string name can store maximum how many number of characters? 20 characters. Second example is data type char again, and string name is college, and its size is 6. It means that maximum college string can store 6 characters. Third example, char SMS, and its size is 100. You may experience whenever we type the SMSs, maximum some number of characters only we can use there. More than that number we can we cannot use the characters. So here that example I have taken as a best example to make you better understand better. That is, SMS is one name of string, but within that string maximum how many characters we can store here? 100. So here in these examples, name, college and SMS, these all are what they are? They are string names or names of strings. So how memory allocation or memory will be allocated for these strings, we will see here in these diagrams. Here name is there, and first size of that name string is 20. So maximum it can store 20 characters, and the first location or memory location will be indexed or addressed as 0, and last location of that string is 19. Okay, and if you observe in this diagram carefully, in that last memory location I have written one special character, that is a null character. That null character is indicated as backward slash followed by 0. So why we should use this backward slash by 0? So remember, very important point, every string will end with one null character, that is a slash 0. What it indicates? It indicates that this is the last location of that string. It means that this string ends here only. After this there are no more characters in this string. So even though the size of this string name is 20, so it can store the 20 maximum number of characters. In that 20 maximum number of characters, so it can actually stores only 19 characters. Last 20th character will be that character, that is null character, that is slash 0. Similarly, in SMS example, the string name is SMS and its size is 100. First index is 0, last index is 99, and of course it is able to store 100 characters, but including null character. So actual characters it can store only is 99. So 99 characters it stores, and after that by default automatically last location will be filled by a null character. And syntax to declare the string is the data type char. Just now already we have seen some examples, followed by a space, followed by string name, and immediately in square bracket we should specify or mention the size of that string, and compulsorily that declaration statement should end with a semicolon. So char followed by space, followed by string name, followed by size of that string, then semicolon. So here in C, a string is an array of characters terminated by null character. This null character is denoted by slash 0. So you remember, characters will be always enclosed within single quotes, but strings will be always enclosed within double quotes. So since this null character is slash 0, so it is it is a character. Which character? Null character. It is enclosed here within a single quote. And also, even though there are two characters, so one is for backward slash and one is 0, so both these characters will be treated as only one character, that is null character. And very important thing you should understand here is, name can store maximum of 20 characters including null character, and SMS can store maximum number of 100 characters including slash 0, that is null character. And here the string vsmit will be stored in the form of an array of characters as shown in this below. So VSMIT after T, so there will be /0. Even though the programmer don't type this /0, automatically compiler puts that /0 after the end of at the end of that string. That is nothing but at the end of string is nothing but after the character T, the compiler puts a /0, that is null character. So here the first index is 0 1 2 3 4 5. Even though the VSMIT has only 5 characters, but by default null character will be also added at the end of this string. So total number of total number of characters in this string will be 6. So VSMIT is actually, it is a 5 character string, but it uses how many locations? 6 locations to store 6 values or 6 elements of an array. Okay. A string always ends with a null character, that is /0. Therefore n character string contains always n plus 1 characters. Therefore n character array contains n plus 1 array elements or array values. So here one example is there, that is printf enter the value of n. So you can see here enter the value of n is enclosed within double quotes, so it is a string. Even though there are some spaces are there, each and every space is also considered as one character. So here enter the value of n is a 20 character string it is, but it requires how many number of locations? Actually 21 locations. So you can count here number of characters: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. So this string is a 20 character string, but it requires 21 because to store the null character it requires one more location. Next example is I love you. So here one character, second character, third character, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. This is a 10 character string, but it uses how many number of locations? 11 locations of array. And how it will be stored in the memory? So it will be stored in a memory like this. I will be stored in the first index, and one space is there. Space is stored in the next location. L will be stored in next location. O V E space Y O U space not space /0. So totally it uses 11 locations. So here it is starting from 0 and it is ending at 10. So total how many locations it needs? 11 locations. And in C language, size of every character is 1 byte. Already we know this one. Size of int is 2 bytes, float is 4 bytes, char is 1 byte, double is 8 bytes. So character char is 1 byte. One character is equal to 1 byte. It means one character takes 1 byte of memory in computer to store. So the string name requires 20 bytes of memory because the size of the string name was 20. So 20 characters it can store. 20 characters is nothing but 20 bytes it is required. So the string SMS size was 100, so it requires 100 bytes, and VSMIT requires 6 bytes. Even though there are only 5 characters, it requires how many locations in, or how many bytes? It requires 6 bytes to store. And I love you is a 10 characters, but it requires how many bytes? 11 bytes in a memory. Therefore if you want to declare an array of characters called that character string name is a city, which we store Nippani as its value, then we must declare that city as like this: data type followed by space followed by string name followed by size of that string, that is 7. Here Nippani is a city, so it contains 6 characters, but we cannot write the size of this city string as 6. We should always keep it in our mind about that /0, that is null character. So we should declare this city as a city 7. Okay, instead of declaring it as char city 6 because city is a null terminated string. So char text 15 here assume that the string text contains how are you. It means how many characters are there, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 including question mark. 12 characters are there, but the size of this text string is how much, 15. Then that remaining 12 uh, remaining 12, how many characters are there, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 12 are there. That 12 last at after 12th character question mark 13th location will be occupied by /0. Then the remaining two locations will be kept as blank or empty. Okay, then assign the values to these strings. So we can assign the values to these strings in a declaration section. Again there are two methods are there, unsized array and directly we can assign the values to strings. And in second method, in execution section, also we can assign the values to strings, that is by using scanf function. Usually we have used these methods in initialization in the first module also, and in third module during discussing arrays also. So but here the only extra point is not only we can use scanf, along with the scanf we can use another two important functions to read the strings here. That is, one is gets and second one is get char. So we will see these all methods now in initialization of string. The process of assigning the characters is a string initialization. So there are two methods of string initialization: initializing unsized array of characters and initializing string directly. As its name itself, it is initializing unsized array of characters. It means that here array we are declaring, array of characters we are declaring, but here we are not specifying or mentioning the size of that array. We are keeping that square bracket as blank. So this is first method. Array is not specified during the time of initialization. Array size is automatically determined by the compiler. Even though the programmer don't type the size of that array, the automatically compiler will take its size. Every character to be initialized must be written in a single quote and be separated by commas. So here whatever the characters you want to assign to this string, each and every character should be enclosed within single quote, and all those characters should be separated by commas. All characters must be enclosed within pair of curly braces. Here are some examples. First example, char, name of the character string is college. If you observe here, the programmer has not specified or mentioned the size of this string, but he is assigning some values to this string called college. The first value is v, which is a single character, so it is enclosed in a single quote, and second character as s, third character as m, fourth as I, fifth character as t. So these all characters should be separated by commas, and also these all characters should be enclosed within braces, and at last it should terminate with or end with semicolon. Second example, char, name of a string is day, and square bracket is equal to the characters are monday. So again this is going to be end with semicolon. These are the two methods, these are the two examples for initializing the unsized array of characters. Even though the programmer doesn't specify the size, here the compiler automatically takes the values of these char. You just count here how many number of characters are there in first example? 1 2 3 4 5, but here it should be 6. So compiler will automatically takes its value as 6, including a null character. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, only 6 actual characters are there, but here null character will be also present, so compiler will take this value as 7 automatically. So for these declarations, the compiler will set the array sizes to this total number of initial values plus 1. That is, in first example it was 5, then after adding plus 1 it becomes 6, and in second example actual values were 6 plus 1, that is for null character, then it becomes size becomes 7. So vsmit/0, so total number of locations are 6. In second example total number of locations are is 7. So if we specify the array size, then compiler will allocate that many number of locations. Those locations are initialized with the characters, and the remaining locations are automatically initialized to empty or blank. So here character char string name is college, and its size is 6 vsmit. So it is perfect initialization of string, because here vsmit are only 5 characters, but including here null character, it needs 6 locations. So here programmer has already written as 6, no problem, here there will be no any problem. Okay, then its memory structure will be like this: 0 1 2 3 4 5 vsmit. After that, after t/0 will be also there. Okay, next second example, second method of initialization is initializing string directly. So array can be initialized with a string directly. A string is directly assigned to a string variable by writing the sequence of characters within double quotes, and inserting that null character at the end of the string is not required here. We will see how it is. Okay, see here character. Here, before going to this one, we will see two important terms. One is a string length, second one is a string size. Try to feel the difference here. First one is string length, second one is string size. String length is nothing but number of characters or number of bytes in a string, and string size is number of characters or bytes including /0, that is null character. So here string length is number of actual characters, and string size is a number of actual characters plus null character. Okay, so here one example is the char college blank, size is not mentioned here, so vsmit. So clearly there are 5 characters in the string vsmit, so the string length is 5 bytes, but string size will be 6 bytes. So compiler will automatically takes or reserves 6 locations in the memory. So here one programming example is there to print a string. So we will see here. So hash include stdio.h char college name, it is a string name, and 6 is the size of this string, and what all the values we are assigning here vsmit. After that /0 is also there. So it is also one perfect initialization. We will see the next statements of this program, that is open the main function and print f college name is %s. So %s is a format specifier for strings. After that /n is there, it means cursor will come to next line. %s is nothing but it is the value of the variable, string variable college underscore name. Close the main function, and here we will see so many number of possibilities. What happens if we make some changes during this initialization? So college name is a name of a string or string name, and here size is 6. Okay, and how many characters we are assigning here? 1 2 3 4 5 6, so its output will be this output I am telling. College name is percentages. If your college name and size is 6 and you are assigning these values and you are printing this statement on monitor screen, then it is same here, that is vsmit slash 0, and your output will be like this. College name is vsmit, there will be no any problem in the output. Second example is college name 6 and the characters are just vsmit and there is no any slash 0, still the college name is vsmit, so it will display the college name as properly, even though programmer doesn't explicitly uh, put that slash 0 at the end of the string initialization. Okay, then college name of 5 is equal to vsmit, so it means that 1 2 3 4 5 characters are there, and here the size of this string is also 5, but actually, so here we need one more location to store the null character, so we are not making space for that null character here, so that compiler will display the output like this. College name is percentage yes, it will not give us a proper output, so college name is percentage yes, it means that it just displays the format specifier of that string. Next example, we will see so many examples I have written here. College name, if you declare that college name like this, college name 5 and vsmit slash 0, it means that here 6 characters are there, but here you are mentioning or declaring the size of that string as only 5, then it will give you one error message, that is too many initializers error. Next example, college name is 4, but here you are mentioning, you are assigning 5 characters, and again it gives us one error message, that is too many initializers. College name is 10, size of that this string is 10, but here you are assigning only 6 characters, so here more than enough locations are there, so here college name is vsmit, output will be clearly displayed, and here college name is there but no size is mentioned, but you are assigning 5 values here, since a compiler will take this size as automatically 6, because of 5 characters plus 1 null character, so compiler takes its value as 6, and college name is vsmit will be properly displayed on monitor screen. And here also college name is written, but the size of that string is not written, but directly in double quotes vsmit string is assigned here. Here also 5 characters are there, after t one more null character is there, so totally 6 locations we need. Programmer didn't mention any didn't mention any size of this string here, so the proper output will be college name is vsmit. Here also there will be no any problem in displaying the output, and college name is 5, and here vsmit is there, exactly 5 characters are there, but you are mentioning the size of a string also as a 5, so here it needs one more location, but you are not allowing it to declare, so this will display one message output like this, that is college name is percentages, that is format specifier of string. Next example is college name 4, vsmit contains 5 characters, but you are putting the size of this string as only 4, so again it gives us one error message, that is too many initializers. Actually 6 characters are here, but here only 4 size is there, so it will display one error message, too many initializers. College name is 10 and vsmit 5 characters are there and here size of this string is 10, so sufficient locations will be there, so college name is vsmit will be displayed clearly. College name is 10 here and vsmit followed by null character, total 6 characters, so enough locations are there, so it will also display proper output. Now we will see how to read the strings and how to print the strings. So of course, to read the string we have to use some standard input functions, so like scanf. Along with scanf, here in the strings we use another two functions to read the to read the strings. One is get s, that is nothing but get string, and second is get char function. So totally we use three functions. We can use any one of these based on the situation to read the string. So a string can be read from keyboard using the following input functions: scanf function with %s format specifier, and gets function and get char function. So second and third functions are unformatted input functions. So here first one we will see scanf. The syntax of scanf is in double quotes control string will be there, after that comma, and after that address string, address list or list of address, and its declaration, this syntax ends with a semicolon. So first we will see here, to use this scanf function we must and should use one header file, that is stdio.h, okay, in the program. Okay, and the string is a sorry hash include stdio.h char str10, open the main, and here enter the string. In enter the string, how you are reading that string? By using scanf function with format specifier %s. And if you observe here, to read the integer values I used ampersand sign before the variable name. To read the floating point variables I used ampersand sign before the variable name. To read the characters also we can use ampersand sign before the variable of that character. But here whenever we read the strings, no need to use ampersand sign here in scanf function. Please remember this point, very important point. Whenever we read the string in the scanf function with format specifier %s, we no need to use ampersand here before the variable name. That variable name is nothing but string variable str, its size is 10. Okay, before this variable str we no need to use a ampersand. Okay, str is a string variable, it will not include a ampersand sign. Okay, after that close this main function. This small code is to just read a string, okay, nothing more than that. It is a formatted input function. Scanf is formatted input function which accepts, it means that it reads or gets receives a string from the keyboard with the address operator format specifier %d, and in a control string, and without address operator ampersand in address list. Second input function is gets. It is an unformatted input function. It is, here we are not using any format specifiers, so it is unformatted input function which gets or receives or accepts a string from keyboard again. So its syntax is like this: gets, in parenthesis we just write a name of that string variable str, and followed by a semicolon. Here str is a C string, that is an array of characters terminated by a null character here also. So here str is nothing but it is a string variable. So header file stdio.h must be included in the program when we use this function in our program, because not only printf and scanf are defined in stdio.h header file, apart from those gets is also defined in the header file stdio.h. so whenever we use gets in our program, we must use hash include stdio.h preprocessor statement. So it overcomes the limitation of a scanf statement with %s option. Okay. So what is the advantage of this get yes function? So whenever we don't want to use a scanf function, because in scanf function we have to use format specifier again, we have to strictly follow that syntax, too much lengthy syntax, that is a scanf open the brace, and in double quotes control string, after that comma, then after that address operator or ampersand, after that name of the variable, close the parenthesis and put the semicolon. This is the syntax of scanf, but instead of using this much lengthy syntax, so simply we can use gets with string name. So how to use this one here, some examples are here. um, Example programs: hash include stdio.h, char string 10, open the main function, enter a string, simply just write gets and name of that string, that is str, which is already declared here, and close the main function, which is very easy than that of scanf function. Last input function is getChar. It is also an unformatted input function. It is used to read a single character from the keyboard. The only difference is from gets and getChar is gets can read any number of characters, any lengthy string it can read, but getChar can read only one character at a time, okay, from the keyboard. The syntax is like this: first you should assign this entire function get char function to any one variable like ch, that is char, to store a character, and this declaration, this get char function should terminate with a semicolon. Ch is a character type variable to which an accepted character is assigned. There is no parameter within the parenthesis. There is no any parameter here. It is completely blank here. Here we are not writing any string variable name here, okay. There is no any parameter within the parenthesis. The get char returns the character it read, okay. The header file stdio.h again must be included in the program, because get char is also defined in the header file stdio.h. So before writing the program, we should use get hash include stdio.h, so that I can use that get char function in my program. Hash include stdio.h char ch is not a string variable, that is not array of characters. Okay, ch is not string variable, it is a character. It is, if you observe carefully, here I use data type char, and here it is one variable, but after this variable name I have not used any square bracket here with a size. If I write a square bracket and size inside that square bracket, then this ch becomes string, not a character. So here ch is not a string, it is a character variable. Please remember, it is not a string variable. Open the main function, then come to printf function, enter a string. Statement will be displayed on your screen. And how to enter? Not using scanf, also not using gets also. Here we are using new function, that is get char function. It takes or receives the character from the keyboard, whatever the programmer types from the keyboard, and it assigns that it assigns that character to variable ch, which is a character variable ch, and close the main function. Okay, in next lecture we will see the how to print the string, how to print a string.